Okay, so some people are going to be incredibly upset that I'm even making this video, but I think it is a major piece of news and it definitely deserves to be addressed. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today somebody just posted the entire ending of Resident Evil 8 onto the internet. This does include the last boss and a lot of very, very heavy story details. Now, what I'm going to be doing in this video is talking about the leak, but not the specific stuff that was in it, because honestly, I just don't want to ruin the game. A lot of my subscribers know this, but I am completely obsessed with Resident Evil. I love beating the games, I try and conquer them on every difficulty, I do some speedruns, and I even love the downloadable content. And part of the reason that I think that Resident Evil continues to grow and expand and why the freaking games sell so much, it's not just because of the fun gameplay, it's not just because it's great to shoot zombies in the face. I do think that part of it comes down to the fact that the story is so fun. It's nice to be fighting against this crazy giant evil conglomerates, companies like Umbrella and stuff. Well, this leak is pretty freaking insane. And let's just talk about it, which is this. Resident Evil 8 leak reveals story spoilers, boss fights, and more. Resident Evil 8 plot details, cutscenes, boss fights, and characters have leaked online following the ransom attack at Capcom. First things first, we won't be detailing them. So yeah, this is basically the reason I picked this specific article to look at when talking about the story is because they don't actually reveal what's in it. This is very careful. We have taken a look at the leaked information surrounding Resident Evil 8 ourselves, however, and can confirm that multiple cutscenes, unannounced enemies, boss fights, and seemingly the full ending to the game have leaked online. Now, this is part of the reason I want to talk about it is because I looked too. Now, a couple months ago, I started doing some videos talking about the early Resident Evil 8 leaks because honestly, I'm so curious about the game. When I first started talking about Resident Evil 8, somebody basically sent me the script of the game, so I already know everything that's going to happen. I'm still hyped, to be perfectly honest. This is probably my most hyped game of all of 2021. I am so freaking excited for it. But the leaks were incredibly interesting. Okay, sorry, no, I'm not going to talk about that. But when I looked at the leaks today and I saw the ending and stuff, it's definitely real. This is not a hoax. This is the very real and very practical game just sliced up and posted onto the internet. If you, like so many others, are looking forward to Capcom's horror sequel, we'd recommend being extremely vigilant online forums like Reset Era and Reddit. Imagine going to frickin' Reset Era. Last month in November, we reported that Capcom had been the victim of a ransomware attack. Hackers stole data related to multiple unannounced Capcom games. When the company refused to meet the hackers' demands, the hackers leaked the information online. Now, so basically what happened is they actually got in there, and what kind of happened specifically is that these hackers managed to go in and copy the entire email server of Capcom themselves. So they were able to see just everything the company was sending to itself. Hey, here we're working on this. Here's the next game we're trying to do. It was a pretty substantial leak, and they basically said, pay us $10,000 or we're going to leak it. Capcom said, screw you, so they said, screw this, and posted it all on the internet. As of right now, Resident Evil 8 doesn't have a firm release date. It's penciled as being some point in 2021. For PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PC, Resident Evil 8 producers previously revealed they might try and get the horror sequel to run on current-gen consoles, but can't promise an actual release. Now, the first thing that jumped to mind is I'm kind of curious what this actually means in the grand scheme of things. There have been some video game leaks over the course of the last couple of years that have been pretty substantial. As social media grows, I think there is this competing freaking thing where everybody wants to try and be first to know something about a game. People want to see how things are shaping up. I think that's part of the reason whenever there was the huge, crazy leaks way back at the beginning of this year revolving around the things that were happening with Last of Us Part 2, these things shared a lot, people memed it a lot, and I think that part of it was that people were just so enamored with being the first people to see the ending of a story. The major thing that jumped to the forefront of my mind, though, is something that happened almost 10 years ago, which was actually involving Mass Effect. Now, you guys might not know this, but way back in the day, there was a script copy for Mass Effect 3 that was posted online, and it was crazy. It actually outlined a totally different direction information for the story. It showed a bunch of stuff that ended up not making it into the final version of the game. Now, part of the reason this was interesting is because people were actually looking at it and kind of analyzing what this means for the story, and the developer had to release a statement saying, hey, that's actually just an out-of-date script. The game is still going to be full of surprises. And then obviously people kind of hated the ending for Mass Effect 3. Now, Mass Effect has some good writing, and I'm kind of thinking about that when it comes to this terminology, which is that I've never heard of a full freaking ending of a game leaking this many months before release. This is a big freaking deal, and now I'm kind of curious what happens next. As of now, there is these 6 major images that have been circling around the internet, kind of showing pretty much every spoiler of the game, and it's definitely a developer mode. It seems like maybe somebody has a prototype version of the game, and now they're leaking screenshots. I think the leaks are going to get worse, and the whole reason I made this video, if I'm just being perfectly clear, I think you guys need to be extra careful. Things are going to get worse. People are going to start posting this stuff all over the place, and honestly, I think we're about to start seeing some spoiler GIFs, spoiler videos, people trying to just disseminate this information because, let's face it, the hackers that got this info are jerks. The people that are posting this online are gamers that aren't trying to have a good time, they're trying to ruin your good time. So if you're somebody that spends a lot of time on Reddit, if you're somebody that spends a lot of freaking time on places like twitter.com, maybe mute some keywords. You're gonna have an extra good time. I'm not going to be covering any further leaks. Right now, I do think that there is a lot of excitement around Resident Evil 8. I do believe the rumors that we're going to get a big demo probably in January or February. I'm definitely going to be playing that. I might even stream the demo and stuff. But as of now, I am happy to sit here and patiently wait for the full release of Resident Evil 8. And I hope we all have a good time with it. But what do you guys think? Are you kind of just blown away by the fact that this actually happened? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you're somebody that's just so freaking hyped for this game, tell me in the comments down below what's got you the most hyped for it. Of course, this is one of those games that I think is going to definitely freaking rock. But I guess we'll know very soon. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. I did also just post a video talking about the Cyberpunk refund freaking controversy and all that. Please go watch that video. It's very fun to make, so, you know, this is a double upload kind of day. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.